welcome everyone back to the channel. I definitely was not planning this. This literally just happened in the live. But welcome back to the Yo Bro Nation podcast, episode 13, here on the Yo Bro Nation YouTube channel. I, of course, am back. And welcome back to the channel. Yes, this definitely was not planned for today. I've just had a really bad day. We'll just put it that way. But I think, in a whole, 2021 is not started off great, I guess you could say. I don't know how long I'm going to be on here, or really what I'll actually cover. I know I put a couple topics in the description, but this technically will be my first live stream of the year. In fact, I'd even put my live hashtag up in the corner. Oops. Let's see if I can add this in here without it kicking me off. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to try. I don't want to get kicked off because I'm trying to add something while I'm in the live. I have the chat pulled up here, so, you know, if you're late, whatever, chat's available. I don't know how many people will see this. Let me start off by saying I'm not political. I'm not a political person. But I want to get the really heavy thing out of the way. This was supposed to be Friday's podcast. I was going to do this Friday. I switched it to Fridays because doing it on Monday with Raw on, I lose an audience. Plus, I just want to sit back and watch some wrestling and kind of enjoy it on a free night. Yeah, I'll eventually review it. But so I pushed it back to Friday. So Fridays at 10 p.m. will now be the times that I do this podcast every other Friday. Soon. Starting next Friday. Not this Friday, but the following Friday, I'll have the next one up since I'm doing this one. But with everything that happened in D.C. at the Capitol, and I had COVID. I'm recovering. So did Susie. We're still recovering. We don't have it no more. We've been out of it for a couple of weeks, but it's still hitting our bodies, hitting hers. We went and got the vaccines, and she was sick, so that also kind of kept me from doing stuff because she's the priority. So personal matters were being taken care of. So I pushed it back, and I pushed the Squared Circle podcast back a week. That will be this Friday at noon Central Time. That will be posted. I haven't been able to do anything I needed to do today, because dealing with stuff with FedEx and the IRS, trying to get the whole stimulus thing taken care of. It's been a busy day. So before I jump into what I was going to start talking about, because I do get sidetracked a lot, Mandalorian reviews are going to be pushed back by 1 week. Episode 3 review will be pushed back by a week. I already have episode 2 already recorded, but whatever day that's, the next review will be back a week later. So just a heads up on that. But I'm not political. I did because of everything that happened in the Capitol. I pushed this back. I was going to push it back till Friday, but I decided screw it. I want to keep my schedule the same. So I did it today just to kind of get this done and over with. And I decided, why not do it live in the middle of the day on a Monday? So I got nothing to do later. So my recording is being pushed back by a day again, which is fine. Life happens. As you notice, we've been moving stuff around, working on stuff. But I am... it's been crazy. There's a couple lighthearted things I do want to mention on here in a minute, but I want to start with what happened in DC. I know I've been rambling for already 5 minutes talking about nothing. Excuse me. But what I tweeted out this week on my old Twitter. On my old Twitter, which I'm just kind of now using for personal. You still go there, but you can also go to the new Twitter because I said something on there as well. But what happened Wednesday is one of the craziest things I have ever seen in my lifetime. I know certainly it's not the craziest thing that's ever happened. Other governments have been attempted to be overthrown or were overthrown. Freaking Hiroshima happened, right? But this, in particular, I had never seen something so crazy. And I lived through 9/11. You know, I was a teenager, and that was crazy. I've been to Iraq not once, but twice in my lifetime. That was crazy. But what I saw on television this past week was insane. Now, I'm not going to point fingers. I, mentioned to a friend the other day, on Facebook, how, the pointing fingers and all this stuff, it's just creating more divide and more chaos, and it's not making things any better. I'm not political, and I know who's responsible. In my mind, I feel like I understand who's responsible and who's not, and everyone is entitled to their opinion. Now, before I start getting hate from any Trump supporters or from Biden supporters, if you're pro-Trump or pro-Biden, that's cool. I'm okay with either of you. One of my best friends is a Trump supporter, and me and him get along just fine. But I'm not pro-Trump. I'm not pro-Biden. I am pro-America. That is what I am. Whatever is best for this country is what I want to go with. Personally, I did not vote for either man. I don't feel comfortable with either man. Trump, in the last couple weeks, some people may say his entire term has showed how crazy he can be. But this past week has really shown what the man can be capable of and what he can really act like. No, he didn't go and say, march to the Capitol and try to kill people. He didn't say that. But some of the verbiage could be interpreted. Some of the verbiage could be interpreted that he was insinuating, hey, go there and make a ruckus. From his tweet last month, telling people to show up on the 6th, to be ready, to telling them to march and be strong, that you can't take it, you can't win this by weakness, you have to be strong. And then you have former Mayor Rudy Giuliani talking about trial by combat, right? That was his words. And if you're just joining me, I am not political. I'm just giving my overall thoughts of what happened Wednesday. I just want to give my thoughts. Everyone else has. But the inciting of everyone, just them all getting riled up. And you could feel the intensity. And then they did. They marched down there. People saying it was Antifa. Others saying it was MAGNA. Trump supporters, people pretending to be Trump supporters, actors, like everything's gone around. And who honestly really knows who is who? It could have been a combination of everything. But them marching in to the Capitol, and you see the Twitter footage of officers legitimately letting people in, is crazy to me. I am very much for Black Lives Matter. I am very pro Black Lives Matter. My stepdaughter is mixed. She is black. My niece, my nephews, they are black. Some of my good friends are black. Now, I cannot begin to fathom. I cannot begin to understand what they go through. I've never lived that. I am white, and I am, by definition, privileged because of that. You can't tell by my bank account. You can't tell by how my last however many years have gone. But by definition, I am technically privileged. And I am not here to debate that this was a racial thing. That's not what I'm trying to do. But it is very evident that there's a difference between when the BLM people go to do their protests and they're treated like they're there to be common criminals and destroy property, and it happened. No one's going to deny that it happened during these, but it's not to say that they did it. Maybe it was Antifa. Maybe it was this one. Maybe it's that one. I wasn't there. I can only go off of what I see. But the point is, these individuals, whether they were Trumpers or Antifa, were allowed to go in, were allowed to break into rooms, into offices, and steal gavels, and put their feet on desks, and hang from balconies, and sit in the chair in freaking the Senate, in the halls of Congress, in the Capitol, while chasing officers and security. They weren't shot. They weren't maced. They weren't pepper sprayed or gassed. They weren't met with rioters. They were literally allowed to go in. And then they were allowed to walk out. 3+ hours it took the National Guard to show up. Now, some will say, well, they're not ready to just actively be able to deploy because, funding, blah, 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 blah. Well, here's a lesson, and this isn't a shot. This is a lesson to those who are saying, well, they just couldn't deploy because of this and that. As someone who served in the military, if you're not ready to deploy, you're fucking wrong. Okay? You're fucking wrong. There's nothing about funding and blah, blah, blah. Okay? The military, whether it be National Guard, Reserves, active duty, Marines, whatever, all of that is privately funded. Away from what because they're trying to take away money from the police. Separate. They're separate, okay? So whoever's giving that excuse, no. You're wrong. And if any of my military buddies want to say, well, actually, it's a little more complicated, then by all means, I'll be corrected, and then I'll come back and I'll fix myself. But to my knowledge, whatever, the defunding the police shit that's going on has zilch to do with the National Guard. Zilch. They're always supposed to be prepared to deploy wherever they need to go. There is an armory, I guarantee you, in that area. But it took 3+ hours to get there. And people are saying, well, no, this is what happened. Because I know he did his concession speech, and he went on there and he claimed that he was conceding, and that he immediately had deployed the National Guard, which is a lie. That did not happen. In fact, by all accounts, it was Pence who made sure that happened, because he kept blocking it. Now, is that factual? Is it 100% matter of fact? No, because there's no actual legit physical proof that was the case, but that is the consensus going amongst people within the White House. And I'm not here to be fake news, so shove it. But it took several hours for the National Guard to get there. And then all them individuals were allowed to leave. And only days after did you start hearing about arrests of these individuals. The one in particular, the guy with his feet propped up. I don't have his name, nor do I even care about his name. I'm not even giving him his 15 minutes by mentioning his goddamn name. Sorry, his gosh darn name. I'm not going to give him that. But he was arrested. There are apparently individuals, they're now being blocked from travel because of pending investigations. Meanwhile, the one who was rallying with these individuals before they marched to the Capitol, who even posted a 1-minute tweet video stating that he loved them and that they were special, who then later denounced them the next day, but said that they're not done yet. Well, he's still sitting in the White House. Now, what's going to happen? Are they going to invoke the Amendment 25? Probably not. Are they going to probably get him impeached? Probably not. And at this point, does it really matter? No. It really doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't matter. 10 days is all that's left for this man. You know what? Maybe he did this rally, and he had. I could believe that he really didn't have the intent of what happened happening. I'm willing to give the man benefit of the doubt. I don't believe he intended for them to literally overthrow this government. I have to have faith in the human race that he wasn't trying to do that. But then again, I've seen crazier things. What happened this week? Them who came in, them individuals, those individuals, sorry, I'll correct my grammar, those individuals who went in. I don't even have a drink with me. It's just crazy that they came in there, not all, but some with the intent to kill Pence, to kill congressmen, to kill senators, anyone who they felt like was standing in the way of what they believed was the right thing. And to them, the right thing was Trump remaining president. That this whole election fraud, it's real. But yet, circuit judges, freaking higher up judges, whole states just can flat out say, no, there's no proof. No, we're not taking your case. This isn't happening. And that agenda continuing to be pushed and pushed and pushed, yet no proof of it. Now, like I said, I try not to be political, and this is probably the only time you'll ever going to see me on here talking political, because I don't want to get into it. It's not my thing. It's not for me. It's just not. But it's just insane. It is insane that this is what is happening. What we saw. People coming in there to kill. And then you had the president pretty much saying Pence is a traitor. Not his words, but pretty much what he's saying. Because he wouldn't go in and overturn the Electoral College. You're having representatives like Ted Cruz, right? Ted Cruz, good old Ted, coming in there, trying to overturn it, still refusing to concede, still wanting to do more investigations, buy themselves more time. And not because they really care if Trump stays in or not, because they want them Trump supporters. Because eventually Ted Cruz is going to run for president. Fuck, he's probably going to run in 2024. And he wants the money. He wants that popularity so he can get voted in, right? Pence has already said he won't invoke the 25th Amendment. Why? Not because he feels it's the right thing to do, but because he don't want to ruin his chances of running in 2024. See, while people are busy pointing fingers, talking about who's right, who's wrong, the left is right, the right is right, left is wrong, right is wrong. They're all crooked. They're all crooked. Biden, crooked. Kamala Harris, crooked. Pence, crooked. Trump, crooked. The only thing I'll give Trump... No, I've heard the name Adam Calhoun too. I've heard that name as well. But they're all crooked to some degree or another. Some worse than others. But I will give Trump this. He's new to all of this. But he fit in pretty well, right? But he had a lot of yes men. Now, do I think he's going to press the big red button and everything's going to go bad? No, I don't think it's going to get to that point. But I could definitely see a civil war of sorts happening. I could see that. I could see that being the case. I just know times are shitty. Times are crazy. And what I saw this week is just insane. No, I don't know. I don't have all the facts. I don't follow politics really, really closely. It's not my thing. The world's hard enough. Why do I want to sit and continue to listen? And I know I've been glued to it a lot more than I have been the last week than I had probably the last 4 years. But just they're all crooked. You know, I don't feel like Biden's the greatest thing for this country. I just feel like he's probably the lesser of two evils. And no, I didn't vote. I know every vote counts, but it's just not for me. Yeah, Dan, you're right. Trump's never really hidden how he is. He doesn't hide behind the facade. And I'll give the man that. He's always been shrewd and honest. I almost at a loss of words because of what happened this past week. It's insane. It really is. And again, I never thought in my lifetime that I would see something like this. And I've been to Iraq twice. And I've seen some crazy, crazy shit over there. So, to see this, to see these individuals, and some of them going online and legitimately bragging about what they did. Well, I'm sure the FBI will be knocking at your door at some point. That's going to happen. I don't know if they'll impeach him. I don't know if he'll resign. Apparently, they're giving him till today to do that. And if not, impeachment will go forward. And he'll get impeached with a few days to go. I'm hearing about a militia going to be marching through the Capitol the day of the inauguration on the 20th. I'll be watching closely that day. What day is the 20th? A Wednesday. I may go live that Wednesday with a special version of this. Just in case something crazy happens. All I can honestly say, I need a drink. But all I can honestly say is, if you don't think the worst can happen, you need to take your head out of the sand. Shit is crazy right now. It is as crazy can be. I have three kids who live out of state away from me. The other two live with their dad here. And I am legitimately concerned for what their future is going to look like. What type of future they're even going to have. Maybe it's the paranoia from being deployed, seeing some of the things that I've seen. Maybe it's that. I don't know. Maybe it's because I really have those legit fears. And the fact that there's a legit chance stuff could really go bad. And some people don't think that. Some people think it's not. Maybe some people are just like, I don't care. But you should care. Like I said, I posted on Facebook to a friend the other day. And this will sound super crazy. Super crazy. Probably a little too extreme. But I basically summed it all. If we don't stop the finger pointing, if we don't start working together, if we don't actually have a unified front in this country, we're doomed. Let's see, what do you say? I'm not saying everything was correct. But as I watched the news, as things were unfolding, my brain started playing Bulls on Parade from Rage Against the Machine. I mean, it's a good song. That's definitely apropos in this situation. I had several songs running through my head at that time. It was crazy. I didn't know. Like, I saw it pop up, and I dumbfounded's a good word too, Dan. Dumbfounded's definitely a good word. I don't know. Like, speechless is another word. I found myself speechless. The blatancy that it showed. This insurrection is what they're calling it. It was not a riot. It wasn't a, it was an insurrection. People died. A lady died. An officer died. I don't know. I've heard 2, maybe 3 others have passed away from different other reasons that related to it, but is this on the scale of 9/11? Absolutely not. There are people comparing it to 9/11. It's not. It's not on the same scale. 9/11 was a completely different thing, completely different circumstances, and a lot more lives were lost. So I really would like for that to tone down. Some are saying this is probably an inside job. Wouldn't be shocked. Wouldn't be shocked. And no, I'm not going to dump hate on Trump. I'm not going to dump hate on Trump supporters, because while yes, there are those extremists who, no matter if the man were to say the sky was purple and you said no, it's blue, they'd tell you were a fool and you need to listen to Trump. You got those who God is praying, God is for Trump. God doesn't give a shit about elections. I'm sorry. He don't care about who's president. It's not even a thing for him. I'm sorry. If you're one of those people, go away. Just go as far away from me as you can. I don't even want to breathe the same air as you. But there are people who are Trump supporters who have a lick of logic. Okay, they're not all crazy. Yes, they will follow him. They will support him. They like their policies. I will name drop Derek Jarvis, one of my good friends. He will tell you, I don't support the man. I support the party. But don't fool you. He was very much a pro Trump guy. Sorry, Derek. I just gotta put you out there, bud. He's very much a supporter. But he has logic. He sees what's happening. He gets what's going on. He can concede at times. Be like, maybe. Hey, let's just agree to disagree. There are those who are capable. Just not all of them will. Just not all of them will. And it's ridiculous. Me and my buddy Joe, we used to debate politics all the time. And we both have different views on different things, but we could always come to a mutual understanding. No, all right, Dan, I understand what you're saying about, is 9/11 did not unify anybody. Maybe for a temporary point somewhere, but there were still people arguing. I'm saying as far as like death toll and just all out chaos following 9/11 that day, like it was really chaotic and scary. There's definitely I would say maybe, the way the chaos is intertwined, you could probably say it's pretty close. But death toll and reasoning behind it, completely different. At least I think so. Unless it was planned by Bush. And then, who fuck knows, right? We'll never really know. I don't even know where I was going with this. You got me lost, Dan. Thank you. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with this. But there are Trump supporters. Yeah, that was it. There are Trump supporters who aren't super crazy, man. There are some. But there are people who, on the opposite side, with Biden, right, who are just as crazy. I don't feel comfortable with Biden in office, but I don't feel as uncomfortable. I don't. The man has put laws into place during his, God, how long has he been in offices and doing this whole political thing? 100 years. That have been just outright stupid. They haven't helped any of the people in the lower class. He don't give a shit about lower class Americans. Not really. He'll say it's to get your vote. And I am more than sure the man is he's definitely creepy with the sniffing. He's probably a bit of a sexist. He's probably even a little bit of a racist. But again, do you do the whole lesser of two evils thing? I don't really know at this point. So I just chose to not vote. I just chose to say no, I'm not voting. Period. Yeah, that could have happened too, Dan. So I don't want to keep dragging this on because this is such a heavy subject, and I know people have heard this from every corner of the spectrum for the last week almost. So I'm just going to end it there. It's crazy. it's just so outright crazy. I'm going to take like 30 seconds to go grab a drink real quick, and then I'll be right back. And I'm going to change course. But I will say, down in the description, or down in the comments, whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching this later on, give me your thoughts. All I ask is, if you don't agree with something someone said, just let it be. Not everyone's going to agree with you. I think, and this is going to get people to really hate me. I really think there's going to be a lot of people in this world who can't handle other people's opinions. This world's gotten soft, for the most part. This world has kind of become soft. I'm not saying I'm the most hardened person in the world. Shit, I get freaking fussy over stupid shit. I do. But I can also recognize that not everyone's going to agree with me. I don't agree with everything that my buddy Derek says. I'd never agreed with everything my buddy Joe has said. We've always had disagreements, but we've always had that mutual understanding. So all I'm asking is, in the comments, just be nice. If someone's a supporter of Trump and they have their point of view, let them have their point of view. It's not hurting you. Hit the down button. That's how you can express your opinion. If you guys are going to have discussions, debate with one another, please do it with respect. That's all I'm asking. If I see it getting chaotic in the comments, I'm probably going to block some people and I'm probably going to kick them off. So that's where I'll leave it. Just give me 30 seconds. I will be right back. I just got to grab a drink. 30 seconds, and I'll be back. I swear. It'll be really quick. All right. I said it'd be quick. I said it'd be really, really quick. All right. So I want to switch gears and talk about something a little funny, but not funny to me because, oh my God. So fuck FedEx. So I ordered a shirt off my store. For my TeePublic store. That's down in the description below. And I'm going to give you the full story about them. Like, totally go to them. They're fucking awesome. But I ordered a shirt like a week or so before Christmas. And I still haven't got that shirt. Now, it was distributed. It was sent out. Went to Memphis. And long story short, after multiple phone calls with FedEx and trying to let them do their little investigation, etc., 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 my shirt never came, and they finally told me today that, hey, guess what? Your shirt's lost. Really? Genius? It took you, 3 weeks almost to tell me my shirt was lost? So I'm like, okay, then what are you going to do about it? Well, you need to get a hold of the company who sent it to you and try to get your refund. No, because they did their job. I want it from you. But I didn't get that. You know, I've talked to these people, I don't know how many times on the phone, just be told, well, you need to do this. You need to go talk to them. No, because you have to email them, and I prefer to talk to a person on the phone. No, you need to go on. I'm not trying to make fun of them, but I got frustrated today. I almost cussed this lady out. I talked to one of the managers. Well, you got to go to them. It's lost. We've lost it. So you got to file a claim. You need to go to them. So I'm not going to lie. I felt like FedEx was jerking my ass around. You know, oh, well, we're going to call you back. You know, we're talking to the investigator. All of this started when all I wanted was to know where my shirt was. It didn't come on the 24th because I got a message. Hey, the shirt's going to be on the 24th. Awesome. Just in time for Christmas. Just in time for my trip. So I can give this to the person I was going to give it to. And it didn't come. I was like, well, shit. It's probably going to show up after I leave. That's fine. Maybe it'll come in Saturday. No. Well, shit. Okay, I'll have to mail it to the person. Well, I leave. I come back from the trip, and it's still not here. I've been back for 2 weeks almost. And I still haven't got this shirt. Like, I am uber frustrated at this point. And they're talking about, oh, is there an investigation? It'll take a couple weeks. We'll call you back. We'll call you back. We'll call you back. Hello? Anyone there? You know, picking up my phone. Hello? Hello, FedEx? Never getting a freaking response. It's frustrating. Uber frustrating. I am so over it. So, yeah, today they finally tell me, yeah, we lost it. Okay, I talked to you guys like 4 days ago. Said you were going to call me with an update. Never got a call. So I found out with this lady like, so are you just scared to tell me you screwed up and that you guys lost it? Well, you're gonna have to file a claim. Okay, well, I'm filing a claim now. I'm filing a claim to you. I want my money back. I want the money because I paid for the express shipping, the really quick shit. I don't remember the exact plan, but I paid for that. Another $20 plus the $20. Hello, McFly. Good one. Oh, and she's like, well, you got to go online. Oh my God, I was so mad. It's like, can I just have my stuff, please? That's all I am asking for is just give me my shit. I guess I can't. I guess that's not allowed. I mean, let me check something here. Going in and checking my analytics, blah blah blah. Sorry, I'm just checking out my analytics real quick. Looking at the other part of the chat here on the screen. But yeah. So I file a claim, right? I went in, I filed the claim. Oh, and I do have a little bit of breaking news to cut off my story. Some breaking news. I just saw it pop up. So Kevin Feige, I guess on Twitter today, announced that Deadpool 3, this is huge. I'm sorry, I'll finish my story. But I hear it, and I got to talk about this. Yeah, pass the puck. That'd be a good one. Deadpool 3 will be in the MCU and is going to be rated R. We're getting a rated R MCU movie, and I'm pretty sure Ryan Reynolds is going to star in it. So, hells yeah! That's freaking awesome. Kevin Feige, Disney, you still rock. And I'll probably talk about this more. I'll talk about this more in another video, I'm sure. Probably in a week or so when I got Jake or someone with me and we can talk more about Deadpool. But Deadpool 3, definitely going to be rated R, definitely in the MCU, per Kevin Feige via Twitter. Yeah, awesome. So, thumbs up. Hit a thumbs up in the comments. Hit a thumbs up if you like the fact Deadpool 3 is rated R. Hit the thumbs up. Please. So yeah, back to my story. Or, in 2024-ish for Deadpool 3. 2024? Holy shit. I mean, it might be worth the wait to wait till 2024. I mean, hell. As long as it sticks to the basic shit that they did, I'm cool. So anyways, yeah, I filed the claim. I'll get my money back. Not all of it, just a partial portion of it. But I did get a hold. I did email the t-shirt company. You know, I was like, hey, they sent a message you. I don't know what you're supposed to do. So on the good end of things, they are giving me my money back. not giving me no issues. FedEx is giving me my money back. And TeePublic, they shipped me a brand new shirt immediately. They're like, look, we're not going to charge you for this. We're going to send it express shipping, which you already asked for. Here, we're sending you the shirt, brand freaking new. So, weeks and weeks and weeks of bullshit to just finally get the shirt back. Oh my God. It's frustrating, right? Am I the only one? Am I over-exaggerating with all this? Let me know. Am I over-exaggerating? I don't feel like I am. But fuck FedEx, man. They treated me like shit. Yeah, we're going to call you back. Never got a call back. Talking to different customer service. At one point, I was talking to them, and Susie was in the room, and they were getting her pissed off because all we asked, like, hey, can I talk to someone higher up? You know, let me talk. This was like the first couple days, right? And I was like, can I just talk to someone a little higher than you, you know, a supervisor or someone? Well, that's not our policy. What? You have a policy that supervisors and managers can't be talked to? What type of bullshit is that? But according to them, that's their rules, right? Let's see. But with all the Marvel movies slated to come out, we have cut scenes, mid-credit, end-credit scenes, setting up. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to imagine Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. Doctor Strange meets Deadpool. Like, maybe that's how he comes through, and then we get mutants. Oh, I can't wait. Cheap plug, go check out an episode I did last month where I actually talked about the new slate of movies and stuff from the Disney Investors Day stuff. Cheap plug. Go check that out. Episode 10 or 11. 11, I think. Yeah, episode 11. So, yeah, that was my stress with FedEx. That's what I dealt with today. It was so freaking crazy. And I've been dealing with it for weeks. Just being told, like, what company has a policy where you can't talk to managers? I like, FedEx is one of the biggest shipping companies in the world, in the country, at the very least. And you can't talk to the managers. Seriously? Is this a joke? Because if this is a joke, it's not a very good one. Knock, knock. Anyone there? Hello, McFly. I don't know. I'm done ranting. I just wanted to get on here. That's the main reason I really wanted to do this. Between everything happening in the Capitol and this, I wanted to rant. I feel like I want to rant on something else, actually. Bonus subject, actually, for my wrestling fans. And I'll probably wrap up after I'm done talking about this. I had a whole slate of things I wanted to talk about, but I'll probably save some of those for a better video when I'm more prepared and got clips and pictures and stuff to really make the podcast look better than I did right now. So, for those who are wrestling fans, as you know, January 31st is probably one of the biggest nights in wrestling. It's definitely one of the most entertaining nights, especially if you're a WWE fan, with the Royal Rumble. Now, the Royal Rumble match itself is great at just selling the show. You don't need... It's not even about the freaking championship matches or the undercard. It's all about those Rumble matches. And now we get 2 of them a year. And it's awesome. I like the women's Rumbles. I think they've been good so far. So... but I'm not going to talk about that, actually. The Rumble match is probably going to be good, no matter who they really throw in it. Hopefully they have a decent winner this year. Daniel Bryan. Campea. Oh, man. My throat hurts. Golly. I'm going to talk about the Universal... I do want to talk about both the Universal Championship match and the WWE Championship match. So, let's start on Monday. We had Raw Legends Night, where we had a bunch of legends show up for a night to get paid to stand around and do literally nothing. And then we had a really great WWE title match. I fell asleep. I had to go back and rewatch it, but the championship match was brilliant. Oh, by the way, tonight on Raw, we're having Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre again. Wow, what a night. I'm so looking forward to it. I just can't wait to see it tonight. I can't wait. So, I'm going to stop being a smartass. At the end of the show, Drew didn't even get to cut a promo. He was supposed to, apparently, talking about how, he's better than the legends were in their prime. Apparently, I guess they were going to try to turn him heel, or he's going to be a face with an attitude. I don't freaking know. But, anyways, Drew didn't get to cut that promo. Out comes Billy Bob Bill Goldberg. Jeff is my buddy Jeff's favorite wrestler, Goldberg. He comes out and he mentions how Drew's got the size, the strength, the speed. He respected him, but he don't respect the superstars. He thinks they're better than they are. And literally to everybody, it's like, wait, what? Wait, Drew, no, Drew's never even said anything, never even hinted. Like, he was literally just on set with Hogan, flexing with Hogan. What are you talking about, Bill? Have you hit your head against the door one too many times? Knock it off, Bill. Knock it off. You know, it's funny, actually. My buddy Jeff loves Goldberg so much, or did, at least. When we wrestled, he called himself Hirschberg. From high school on, Hirschberg. Jeff Hirschberg. He always came out to Jump by Van Halen. I remember. It was fun. The good old days. In fact, I'll eventually have a championship belt added to this back wall. Actually, to the wall in general. Eventually. It's just going to look different when I move. Anyway, I'm getting way off track. So yeah, Bill comes out, cuts a promo on Drew saying, yeah, you don't respect them. You think you're better than. You think you're just a bunch of old people who can't. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not it. And then he shoves Drew after Drew says, look, fighting you would be like fighting my dad. Which, guess what? That's true. That is as true can be. And then they cut off. Now, they showed a clip. I think you should go out and look at it. Drew gets up and headbutts Bill Goldberg. But that's going to be our Royal Rumble match. Bill Goldberg versus Drew McIntyre. You know, it's funny. A little bit of news. I'm going to drop a little bit of news, which is I'm supposed to be doing on Squared Circle Podcast, but I'll probably talk about that maybe this weekend. But apparently they're doing this because they think Drew McIntyre has no one else left. I don't know about anyone else. I'm scared to death they're going to give this title to Bill. That this title's going to go to Goldberg, and then he's going to try to challenge freaking Roman to see who's the best man with the spear and who's going to be unified champion. Blah, blah. God, no. Oh, I'm going to have a meltdown. No. No means no in every language. Just no. I don't want to see this. I'm not interested in Bill Goldberg, Drew McIntyre. You've been building this stuff with Sheamus. Thought maybe that'd be a TLC match. Nope, okay. Maybe it'll be a Rumble match. Nope. Will they be in the Elimination Chamber together? Maybe. If you're worried about Drew's opponent at the Rumble, what the fuck you gonna do for Mania? Bring a SmackDown guy over when you could have just drafted them there anyway? Like, and of all people, Bill Goldberg? You've had this good, subtle story building with Sheamus that people legit are actually interested in. I am. Sheamus and Drew, I've been interested in it. Fuck Miz. I don't want nothing more to do with Miz. But, yeah, so we're getting that as a match at the Rumble. Most likely. It's not officially announced yet. But oh man, why? Why? This makes no sense to me. I'm legit at a loss for words. It is so stupid. Someone with a brain, half a brain, Please help me. Help me understand. Oh. Just please help me. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's going to be bad. I'll save the rest of my thoughts for either the preview and predictions or for a later thing when I talk about it, because I'm sure I'll talk about this several times over the course of the next few weeks. And then on the other side, and it doesn't bother me as much, maybe, but then we're getting Adam Pearce versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. Now, I didn't get to watch SmackDown because I was working and I didn't get a chance to watch it. But, wow, Adam Pearce. Now, granted, he's a 5-time NWA World's Champion. Held the title for over 1,000 days, apparently. I didn't know that. That's a long-ass time to hold the championship. But over 1,000 days as champion. I don't really know how. Like, I'm literally flabbergasted with Goldberg and Drew, and scared to death that that's going to go with Drew losing. But this, with this, oh, I love it. I'm loving it. Like, I think this is awesome. Because it's probably not going to be Adam Pearce at all. In fact, the story right now is they're going to somehow switch it to where it still goes to Kevin Owens. But I got thumbnails made for both, so it's cool. Wait till you guys see those. My thumbnails for the Rumble review and the preview and predictions are amazing. Not to, pat myself on the back. Barry Horowitz over here. I'm a jobber for life, yo. I don't feel as bad about that, but it's still definitely not a marquee match. Drew versus Goldberg definitely sounds good on paper if it's like Goldberg circa 2003 even. But then you get... you get Adam Pearce versus Roman Reigns. I doubt that's going to be it. Look, as long as all roads lead to Daniel Bryan winning the WWE champion or the Universal title at WrestleMania, I don't really care. Or at least in challenging for it. In fact, keep the belt on Roman forever. I don't care. As long as it's not Goldberg. No Goldberg at WrestleMania. Give the spots to someone else. I don't care who. Not him. Actually, you know what? No one who's retired or semi-retired. Let me go that route. But look, I feel like I've talked long enough. I think the title matches at the Rumble are something special, for sure. I just wanted to talk about that just for a second. But look, I'm already getting a phone call. Susie's blowing me up. She don't even know I'm live. So I'm going to go ahead and get off here. You guys have a great day. Just remember, times are so freaking crazy right now. They legitimately are just crazy. So... be kind to each other. Be kind and unify. Be nice to people, even if they don't agree with you on things. It's okay to have different opinions. So please, love one another. Unify. We need to be one. Yeah, I was hoping maybe I'd say something inspirational, but I'm just a goober who sits on YouTube at his house and talks about wrestling and movies. So, I love all of you. Whether you're a fan of Trump, Biden, neither one, atheist, whatever, I don't care. I love all of you. Be good to each other. Honestly, no jokes. Be kind to each other. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And remember, above all else, be nice. Join America. Yo Bro Nation! Join us at TeePublic.com/YoBroNation for all new merch lineup like the Recess Still Ain't Old, the Yo Bro Nation Entertainment t-shirt, the Sidekick Susie Stranger Things shirt. It's a pretty sweet shirt. The Yo Bro Nation swirly shirt. How about I Love Yo Face Sidekick Susie t-shirt? Ooh. Or the Rainbow Sidekick Susie shirt. Yeah. Also, this exclusive limited time offer, we got a Forever Serenity special sale! Look at that. Isn't that pretty cool? I think it's pretty awesome. Hope for Ambi special sale. Help support a friend who really needs the help. 3 different t-shirt designs. We got the Hope for Ambi Black Angel t-shirt. The Hope for Ambi Do You Want to Beat Up Cancer t-shirt. Wow, that's pretty nice. So yes, shop with us now at teepublic.com/YoBroNation.